This is Susan for AskWoody.com, and this is Task for the Weekend of April 17th. First, we're going to talk about how to ask a question in the forum. So I recommend starting out with thinking about your error messages or what you're seeing. So what's the problem? So if you see a specific error message, you may be surprised that someone else had your same problem and someone else has helped find the answer to that problem. And there is a search box on the forum, and you can put the exact error message in there and see what you can come up with. Remember, there are no dumb questions. If you think it's dumb, it's just dumb because you can't find the answer. So as I always say, always ask. Somebody else probably has the same question that you have. One of the tricks is to find the proper venue and post your question in there. You'll want to provide information about your computer system. So you'll want to talk about what version is installed, what feature release, if there's other applications on the box, if you have antivirus installed, what processor, what memory. And one of the key things of kind of cause and effect is what was something recently installed. It doesn't necessarily have to be patches. Something else could have been installed on that box, like an update to your antivirus, or some third-party software that you installed that put something else on your machine that you didn't realize. You want to provide details about the internet or network that you're on. So if you're on a wired connection or wireless, if you have a third-party firewall, and any network particulars. And what I mean by that is, did you make any changes to your network configuration? Suddenly, is something looking different than it was before? Is something changed? Did a vendor come in and change your internet connectivity? So think about what's changed from when it worked before. And you also want to add a full error message or a screenshot. Sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words. So if you can take a picture of what you're looking at, even if you've got an Android or an iPhone, take your phone out, take a picture of the screen, because sometimes seeing what's on that screen is really, really helpful. Then you want to let people know, when did the issue first occur? Were there any changes made around that time? Did your system reboot because of an update? Was it a feature installation? Did you install third-party software? Anything else you can think of that may have changed between when it worked before and when it now isn't working. And if there's some unique thing about it, write down the steps to reproduce. And if then there's any additional information that you think might be helpful. And when you come into the forums, the easiest way that I find to know what section to ask for is just over here in this right-hand side. See where it says welcome to our unique madness? So you want to see where it says Windows 10, 8.1, Windows 7, Surface, Office. So in particular, if you've got a Windows 10 problem, click here. It'll jump you right into the Windows 10 section. And you can scroll down and see what others are talking about. And then again, over here in the search forums is the box. And if you want to click on advanced search, you can limit your searching to just one specific forum. You can put in if something has tags. But anyway, you get the idea. Use the search box. So again, in Windows 10, you can see questions. You can go up one level, and there's sometimes more specific, like if there's a specific 20H2 question you have, you can go to this forum. 204, 1909, you get the idea. Windows 7, that forum is over here. Again, you can see the questions there. And again, I usually start by clicking on over here, and then I go up one to see what other forums are out there. There's all sorts of different ways that you can navigate through the site, but that's just one way that I go through. You can also see like what people are talking about. Recent replies over here. Recent topics. So if there's something new and trending, you'll probably see it in recent replies or recent topics. Now for those of you that are Plus members, first off, thank you very much for that. Again, you guys are how the site stays in business, stays alive. So thank you very, very much for your support. If you are a Plus member, you get certain things opened up to you. And one of the things is the master patch list. And that's our place. I'll give you a sneak peek in this preview here. It actually, you can get links to an Excel, PDF, HTML, or CSV listings of April updates. And I let you know whether or not to install them or not. And then I also have listings of updates that I want you to avoid. And I keep updating those. We usually update them twice a month. Once for the first release of the month, and then secondly, when I finally give the go-ahead to install updates, I will change and do an updated list then as well. As most of you know, March was not the greatest month, and so I was a little bit wishy-washy, and I left it up to you whether or not you were going to install the updates. So April, so far, is looking better. For those of you that are Plus members, you'll get the newsletter out on Monday morning, and I've got the full write-up there of what we've been tracking on those. So once again, thank you very, very much for anyone who's a Plus member. You are the reason why we're here, so thank you again for that. And again, that's a little bit about the forum experience. You do not have to be a Plus member to be a forum member. You don't have to register to be a forum member. I would highly recommend that you do register. And the reason is anyone who's an anonymous poster, they have to be vetted and approved. So there's always going to be a delay. So if you sign up and register in the forums, your postings will go through much faster and you'll get a quicker response. If you post anonymously, remember that those postings will have to be vetted. And so we do have people in different parts of the world, but if somebody's asleep at that time, sorry, things sometimes have to wait till somebody's awake to approve your post. So again, it works much better if you register for the site. Even if you aren't a Plus member, if you merely register for the site, you get to put an icon next to your name. And then you also get like preferential posting rights, if you will, to the site. Again, have a great week. The newsletter comes out tomorrow. We're still on DEF CON 2. Until next time, this is Susan Bradley for AskWoody.com.